collaboration that we will be setting the underground or the ground rules that we will be using throughout our project. We'll be converting the class into a project-based educational system. We'll try our best to manage it in a way that complies to the PMP mindset. So we'll be able to measure against what's happening throughout the class. And I will be facilitating all the meetings, so I'll be making sure that everybody is participating, even if you're online or on site. So we'll be making that. If you have a background, it's perfect. You are polishing and sharpening that background. If this is your first time with the PMP, so you are in the best place. You will be getting all the knowledge needed either for your practical life or for your exam passing 4 hours exam. Great. Again, who is Jasser Mustafa? Just to sharpen the knowledge of what might help you in this class. I am Jasser Mustafa, architectural background. I have gained the PMI PMP certified and authorized training partner certified instructor. And I am a Jordan Engineers Association committee member. I am authorized project manager, authorized Autodesk instructor, authorized PMI instructor, and authorized Autodesk professional, plus some other certificates. You can have a look, guys, and those are what I have gained to date. It's a chunk of what I have gained to date, so I would push you guys towards something like that. Gain whatever needed for your career to be polished and to be sharpened. I'm not only an instructor, I'm just doing teaching as a hobby. And I am not here because I am officially hired by the training center as a PMP instructor, and this is my only job. I'm coming from an engineering background, architectural background, and managerial background. That means that you will be learning the academic part of the PMP, and you're gonna be definitely promoted and introduced to the theoretical part of the PMP and the practical part from the practical professional side. So I'll be trying to mix and match between those two experiences, and I'll be also involving your experience in explaining PMP and how things are or should be going in your projects. We have introduced ourselves. I believe there is nobody new, right? All of you has attended last time. Online guys, any new attendee? Maybe عارف Ali and Muhammad.
Yes, I don't know how to use it.
It's your first time, right?
Yeah.
So please introduce yourself. Tell us your name, your educational background, professional background, where do you work, and how long have you been in Qatar?
So my name is Arif. I've been in Qatar for more than 20 years, roughly. I've done my master's from the University of Glasgow, and I'm currently working as a planning engineer at HEDCO.
Great, you're welcome. Muhammad
Thank you
Azik,
very much.
are you here?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Have you attended last time?
Yeah, last time I was there.
Did you go on
Muhammad
camp?
Aziz from Sri Lanka.
Did you introduce yourself?
Yes. Yeah. I recognize his picture.
It's a yes, خلاص. I trust you, but I'm trying to memorize who's this guy. I'm trying. I am bad in names. I'm so sorry, guys. Great. So let's dive more into what it takes to get PMP certified. In order to get certified, this is your target. Okay, and I'm not sure why my mouse is not showing. I need this pen, and I will be using this pointer so I can see it. It's great. So this is your target, and you're all aiming to pass the PMP. That's what I assume. All of you is going for the exam, right? Online, guys. Dalia is not saying anything today.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Great. So this is our target, except Dalia. She's not going for the exam. She did not respond. I think she's not going for the exam. Dalia. We'll see.
Yes, I'm here.
Are you going for the exam?
No, unfortunately.
Okay, great.
I have 17 years experience, but not in this field. That's why I want to change my career.
You should go for the exam though, right? You
I
will
don't
be
know. I
going.
sent my CV
You
to
will
the
be
one who
going.
registered me.
you will be going to the exam. Don't worry, you will be going to the exam as well. So all of us will be going to the exam.
Okay.
Great. So guys, we are going with what it takes to get PMP certified. The first thing I'll be telling you is the 4 degree. You are on cam, by the way, Dalia, if you don't know. So you need either to have a 4 years degree, academic degree, which means you have a bachelor degree of whatever, or a PhD degree, or a master's degree. Whatever is after the bachelor degree will be considered within this category. The second category, if you don't have the 4 years degree, you did not continue in academic, let's say, studies or whatever, and you have maybe a higher diploma, or you are professional working in the industry without having that certificate. So those two are applicable for you. You need to specify from which category you will be applying. I believe all of us have the academic degree, 4 years, right? Great. So we will go with the first category. Great. So I'll be also telling you what it will take you to get certified. To get certified, you have to complete our course, which is 35 contact hour from an authorized training partner, which is us, and you will have the 4 years degree accomplished, and you will have 36 of parallel. They should be parallel. I don't care if they are parallel, but let's say parallel experience of leading projects, either as a project manager position or any other leading position. Cool. And definitely you will be applying for the exam. What will happen later, I will tell you. But the next or the second category, which is yours, guys, you don't have an academic degree, then you will be asked for the same, but you will be asked for a 60 months of experience. All of us have all the requirements, so don't worry. All of you will be eligible to apply for the exam. To apply for the exam. Applying for the exam means that either you will have a membership or you're a non-member applicant. Both ways you will be asked to provide this category for the degree itself. You'll be telling what is your degree, and you will be telling 3 years experience, either for one project, 2 projects, 3 projects, whatever it takes, but you will be telling your experience, describing your position, responsibilities, what you have done, and how it relates to the project management. And then you will be completing the course and you will be applying for the exam. Once you upload the application, it will take you 3 to 5 days to respond. Some people will take longer, but all others will be taking 3 to 5 days. They will be responding to you with acceptance, rejecting, or auditing. What's that? I'll be telling later. If you're accepted or approved, you will be booking an appointment for your exam. You will have a 1 year to book your exam. This is from the PMI perspective. From my perspective, you have 1 month after our class. Are we on favor? Only 1 month maximum after our course.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes.
He's saying yes, he's in favor.
Okay, because actually I registered on the PMI website, and then I put my data and informations, and then I got 1 year to pass the exam, but I didn't take the exam for personal reasons.
You had it before, you mean?
Huh?
You finished this before?
No. Yeah, I finished this before. I didn't take the exam within this 1 year that they gave
Cool.
me because of some personal reasons. So is it possible to reapply again?
Yeah, no worries. No worries. The 1 year is the rule that you will be repaying if you want to book the exam
So
again.
it's just a matter of repaying.
Yes, yes. So for the other category, the difference is only the how long is the experience, and it will be 60 months. It's 5 years, I think. 5 years. Okay, cool. So this is the requirements for being applicable or eligible for having the PMP done, or at least applied for the exam. Why do you want to apply for the PMP? Because it has the luxurious effect and prestigious effect of having the PMP. The second is that it's a hike in the salary, because all the PMP holders will have a higher salary than other project managers who does not hold the PMP. It's highly recommended and highly required, and because the project economy or the world's economy is oriented towards project management, and there will be more than 32 million project management oriented vacancies by 2030 worldwide. So it's a good field to grab, and you need to go with this in order to upgrade your maybe position, to shift career, or to gain more knowledge. Yes, please.
So this reflection in the salary, I think it's morely like in Europe side, or it also has the same effect in Middle East.
Now it is ranging between 16 to 42.
Percent.
Yes, if you access the PMI, there will be a salary statistics analysis report, and you can see which country, which percentage. Depends on the country that you're looking for. So it ranges between 16 to 42. If you want a specific country, you can just check that. And Qatar is one among the countries. Saudi Arabia is one among the countries. So you can check what is expected from the PMP. Cool. The new PMP exam. This title will tell you that there are two exams, either the old one or the new one. We are all now after 2021 targeting or having the new PMP exam, and in our course we are focusing on having the new material, and we are only explaining the new content material by the PMI. This is an authorized material built by the PMI, distributed among all the certified instructors. Who's not explaining this material, definitely is not authorized, or you cannot trust the material. It might be good for the exam what they explain, but I'm not sure. To make sure that you will pass the exam or you're taking the latest material, so this is the material that you want, built on 3 pillars actually. The first one is the technical project management. The second one is the leadership styles and leadership requirements. The third one is the strategic and business management. Those 3 pillars, what we call project management talent triangle. Those are the 3 pillars that you will be building your project management skills and techniques upon. And the new material is built on 3 development approaches. Previously, the project management was built on the traditional project management, which is process based, and I will talk about that. Today, we are talking about 3 different development approaches. The first one is the predictive, waterfall, traditional, what we usually using in the construction projects. The second one is the agile project management, while the agile project management is the modern project management, oriented to the software, IT, website design, game development, and whatsoever. And a third environment is mixing between both, because you will have sometimes some projects that mixes between both development approaches, where you will have a physical thing to deliver plus a piece of software or a piece of a program that you want to develop, or maybe building management system, maybe some virtual reality, metaverse, whatever, that those will be involved in your project. So our new material will be covering all of those areas, and definitely considering the latest exam content outline proposed by the PMI, which has been released to the market in 2021. So if you are taking the material, now you are comfortable that you are taking the latest updated one. If you know any other guys or ladies who's taking the PMP, please let them know that, or discuss with them to make sure that they are also taking the latest material. If not, just advise them that they need to cover such material. Great. What's the purpose of our course, guys? What do you think? Let's discuss together. What do you think, Mr. مرة تانية معاذ؟ تخوت عليك يا زلمة، فكرني نسيت. ما هو حكاها بس هو مفكر ان انا ضحكت ان انا بديش اسويها. انا ضحكت لانه يا ريت لو تسويها. بس تذكرتكم انتم. ايسو اميره متذكركم. So Mr. Muad, what do you think? What should the purpose of our class be?
First, pass the exam.
Passing the exam, good. It's a perfect objective of our course. We are targeting passing the exam. Some other purposes. What do you think, Amira?
How to manage a project?
How to manage a project. So building a solid understanding of project management to be used in the practical life. Let's go with Dalia. What do you think, yeah, Dalia?
To use it in any job I will join, not only in
Great. Posting my
not
career
only
and helping me to shift career maybe, or to select any other field to work in, right? What's your specific purpose of having the class beside having the certificate?
To
improve my management skills.
To improve my management skills. And those are exactly our purposes of having our project management professional class. Besides being a PMI certified guy who will be helping you to pass the exam, I am having those as a promise from my side that you will be understanding the project management, building a solid base, building solid understanding, and definitely enabling you to get those outcomes of using project management in your life and your projects. And I want to tell you guys and highlight and explain that it is a diverse major. What that means?
Is it what?
Diverse major. What do you think?
Means it has many different topics in it. It's very diverse in
Yes,
its
and
use.
it can be used by all industries.
Yes.
Why? Because we have all the possible vocabs and techniques and tools and processes that anybody might need. All project managers, all project management oriented works are using the same language. We're using the same language, same processes. We are a bit tailoring. Maybe what Qais is doing is different than what Jasser is doing. And Amira is doing her own way of managing projects, depends on how her organization is being operated. At the end of the day, all of us are using the same language in order to manage projects in general. The industry related items, the organization related items, the project specific, the processes and policies, those are tailored items, and we'll be explaining that. Great, and definitely we are helping to understand that our projects are not happening on a solo manner. At the end of the day, you are doing projects, you are not doing projects inside a black box and nobody will feel the change of your project. Your project is happening within a certain system, those systems involving environments you need to take care of. You need to take care of how they are impacting your project and how you're impacting those environments. The organization environment, the project itself, the program, and the portfolio, the other items around or surrounding or touching your project. This extent, if I ask you, yeah, Mr. Yasin, did we have Yasin before? Mr. Yasin, how are you? Let's go to Stewart. Are you here?
Yes,
Great.
I'm here.
Perfect. So what do you think? What's the difference between having a project or a program or a portfolio?
Well, the project is very specific, centered around one particular
Great.
activity or production, if you like. Then the other is process, you said?
The other
Process
program
is
and portfolio. Program and
a
portfolio.
program. A program is, if you like, it might have a singular aim or a set of aims, but it might be made up of several small projects, for example.
Again, come again, please.
It might have a single aim or it might have multiple aims. It might be made up more likely of a set of projects themselves that act towards a single aim or a set of multiple aims.
Okay.
And a portfolio is more of a set of, let's say, a set of projects which might not necessarily be connected.
Cool, great. So let me just resharpen the definition. It's perfect. Thank you so much. A program, or let's start from a project. A project, I will be saying the official definition, okay? So it will feel like it's a philosophy, okay? But it's okay. It is a temporary endeavor that will be having a specific start and specific end. So it's something will be taking place temporarily within a specific dates of starting and completion dates in order to deliver a unique product or a service or an artifact or whatever. Okay? So temporary endeavor, specific start, specific end. There is a completion, there is a product that should be unique. That's why I'm having a project. And that's why I know when I will finish, because I know that I'll be delivering a specific, unique product or result or whatever, right? And this will happen within the circumstances of the three competing objectives. Competing objectives, later on we'll explain what is that, but the three are scope, cost, and schedule covered by the quality requirements. Cool? To satisfy specific stakeholders. And what the stakeholder means, I'll be defining later. One of them is the client. Great. All people affected by the circumstances, right? So those are, or this is the definition of the project. When it comes to program, it is starting acting as an environment or a system. Like the project is a part of a program means that it is a group of related projects or interrelated projects that if they managed together under the same umbrella will be delivering better benefits than if it's compared by managing a project separately. A portfolio, it's a group of programs and projects and sub-programs which if they are managed together will serve better benefits than being served individually. Is it clear? So those are the systems where we are operating. If you're managing a project, you are managing a project most probably within an environment and you need to take care of those systems and those environments. You need to consider the relationships among those. Then you are here as a project manager hired by a company or an organization because we want you to complete that project. Completing the project means delivering the value intended to be delivered by completed your project. So you are here because we trust you and you are expected to complete and deliver this value. Fine. Let's talk a bit about the previous edition and this edition. The previous edition was process based. It was process intensively built. Like I am only talking about the process, what are the inputs to that process, what are the outputs of that process, and that was happening since 1987 up to 2021. Is that a mistake? Is that wrong? Is that a problem? What do you think? What do you think, guys? Is that a problem? It's not a problem, but after studying the market and after studying how project management is being evolving and changing and emerging, they have discovered that it's not sustainable to stay on that version and we need to get updated in order to catch the market and in order to serve all possible changes that's happening by project managers and practitioners. To this extent, it has shifted rapidly to having outcomes over processes or people over processes. This is the new term of having project management. And we had the 7th edition, which shifts into the principle based. We have 12 principles of project management, and you will find it in the book. And you will have 8 performance domains. Before it was knowledge areas intensively specific and process groups intensively process groups specific. If I ask you, do you know what are the 10 knowledge areas of project management? Who would answer? Stakeholder knowledge area, cost knowledge area, yalla guys online, risk knowledge area, scope knowledge area, resource knowledge area, includes the team and physical, quality knowledge area, schedule knowledge area. I'll come to this. Cost, we have said cost, great. One more.
Timing.
We have said schedule. One more. Communication, I'll help you. Risk, we have said it. Procurement. We have one more. Who will get it?
Communication.
No, we have said it. Huh? Wallahi innak sheikh. Integration. I usually forget integration. How long I have been teaching project management and I always forget integration. He got it. Integration knowledge area. Perfect. When it comes to process groups, who will tell me the 5 process groups? I'll start with the initiation and you will say the others. Planning, executing, monitoring and controlling, and closing. Perfect. Those were the topics in the previous edition. 10 knowledge areas with 5 process groups. They mixed them in the blender and they have got the very nice mixture of a 49 processes. Imagine yourself studying that huge 800 book. It's hectic, right? It's a headache. For the newer one, which is a very light, cute book, they have 12 principles, and I don't memorize them. And we have 8 performance domains. If you compare them, I'll show them to you now. But they have stakeholders, teams, development approach, uncertainty, and the planning. And they have other 3: measurement, and I will show you the other 2. I don't want you to memorize them. As long as I don't memorize them, then there is no point. But you need to know that those are here, right? Cool. So the newer edition is domain-based. Replace the knowledge areas. So you'll have 8 performance domains. We'll have a tailoring chapter. We'll have models, methods, and artifacts. The tailoring is how you will be choosing, adding, removing, editing, amending the processes in order to make the management plan fits to your project. Means if you don't do procurement, then do not do procurement management plan. It's okay. Nobody says that you have to have procurement management plan. If you don't have a risk over your project, you don't need to do a risk management plan. If your project is stable and you will not have changes, then you don't have a change integration management system. So this is tailoring by trying to make it suitable for your situation and your project. Models, methods, and artifacts, how to manage, and what is the best practices, and what are the inputs and the outputs that you will be using or producing. Are we cool? Great. Okay, I can zoom in here. Wallah, I can zoom in. Great. So this is the 6th edition and this is the 7th edition. It's the jump from having those knowledge areas, 10, and we have 5 process groups. Again, they are mixed together, blended, and they had how many processes? 49. Cool. And on the other side, we will have the guide of the 7th edition. Those are the 12 principles of project management, and those are the 8 performance domains and tailoring and models, methods, and artifacts. This is the structure of the 6th edition. This is the structure of the 7th edition. Let's compare it very fast. Integration is whatever happening, okay? This is integration, that we are trying to make things collaborated and working together in a good manner, in a way that they not, let's say, constrain each other, so they can smoothly work together. This is integration, put it aside, it's here and there. Scope, if I want to pick a topic here that complies to scope from the 6th edition, what do you think the title will be? Online guides, you can participate.
Introduction.
Introduction, who's answering? Mr. Sayed? Why do you think that introduction is complying or can be replacing the scope in the 6th edition? Introduction to the 6th edition.
Well, I think that the scope is basically the first thing which we have to extract from the project. So I feel that that's going to be our introduction somewhere.
Okay, great. Thank you for participation. I'm sorry that your first participation is not correct. I'm so sorry.
Planning, maybe?
Planning might be, yes, I will keep it. I want another thing
System
there.
for value delivery.
Something related to requirement.
I have an answer. System of what?
Value delivery.
This one.
The system for value.
Great. So
Yeah.
this might scope. Okay, I'll keep it also. I want another answer that will be more complying with the project work. Okay, I said the answer. Scope is the project work. Okay. So scope is the project work and the delivery, right? It's more compatible with having the scope. So schedule from here is going with planning. And cost might go also with planning and measurement. Resources will go with the team and stakeholders and might also go with project work and delivery. Communication will go with maybe some planning, right? And stakeholder, because stakeholders will be specifying how we'll be communicating. Risk will go with uncertainty. Procurement will go with planning and project work and delivery as well. And stakeholders will go with stakeholders, right? So I believe those are same topics. Is there any change? With the content, there is a change. The structure, there is a change. Incorporating agile project management, it's a huge change. But they did not remove the whole sixth edition and have said that خلاص, thank you, what we have done in the past is not working anymore. Who will believe? Nobody. In 2020 we were doing sixth edition, and 2021 it's not working anymore. This will never happen. So you still need to cover the sixth edition as well. You don't go further in older versions, because the jump between the previous versions and the sixth edition is not that huge. I think only 4 processes were added, so you don't need to cover fifth, fourth, and so on. Six is enough because it includes all the previous ones, and the seventh edition for your project management. For the exam, our course is exam passing oriented. If you want to read the seventh edition, it's okay. Sixth edition, it's okay. If you don't want, I don't mind. Focus on the material that we are explaining. Cool? For professional practice, whatever knowledge area, whatever knowledge source you can go with, but please do not go with any other source of information until you pass the exam. Don't mix things. If you're focusing with me, just focus with me. If you're focusing with others, please just focus with others. Don't make your resources diverse. Cool? So we are on a PMP exam preparation. I'll be telling you the exam statistics in few moments, and question types and how to answer, main points to pass your exam and how to prepare, how to book, and how to pass from the first attempt. And during the whole course of our project, which is this course, we'll be discussing predictive, adaptive, agile, and hybrid, and iterative, and incremental environments. Are we cool? Our goals, definitely passing your exam, so we are just refining now, guys, what are the objectives. If one of them did not happen, we need to measure during the course, okay? So we are using now a project scope baseline. We are agreeing together on that. And later on, you will know what is a scope baseline. Passing the PMP exam, talking about the gains and pains, what you're gaining, what are the pains that you're suffering from during the journey, and we are trying to make it with less pains and higher gains. So we are trying to make it a funny and good and very nice journey. We want to make you a better project manager so you can apply for better opportunities and to grab better opportunities, not to compare this course content with what you are doing in your organizations. If it is totally off track, if what you're participating in reality is way much far from what we are expecting or what we are explaining, that doesn't mean that what you are doing is wrong. And that doesn't mean that the PMP is coming from the moon. At the end of the day, this is a standard. It's either you comply with the standard or not. This is a material. It's either you take it or not for reality. It's better to align yourself with this project management information, but it's not only the sole responsibility of the project manager to align the whole organization and all of the project practices and all of the appointed parties and stakeholders to the same PMP. If they are all coming from a PMP perspective, it will be easy. But it is not your own decision. It's not only your own decision, so you need to participate with others to make it as useful as possible. I'm telling you not to compare, but we are trying to make it as useful as possible for you. Make PMP certificate your personal opportunity, your personal challenge. All of us are leaving this course passing our exams. So please keep preparing since today until the very end day. Allow yourself a 1 month maximum after our course, and please share your certificate with us so we can all celebrate on the group. Cool? So please make it real. Those are our goals and those are our criterias. How we are going to do that? We are converting it into a project. While we have discussed now what our scope is, discussed what are the, let's say, communication methodologies during the previous class and today class, and we'll be converting it into a cost management plan because you want to control your cost. You have an expenses of enrolling for the class, you will be paying for the coming exam, and you'll be booking for the exam, So you'll be controlling this cost not to hike or by, unfortunately, la samah Allah, not passing from the first attempt. All of my students who has applied for the exam has passed the exam. So you have no excuse not passing the exam. Cool? Yes. Since all of them has passed, then there is no mistake in the material, and I assume there is no mistake in the instructor. So I have always said that it's the problem of the user. So you need to know how the system is working, and you need to go with the flow. And please share your certificate with me by 1 month only after finishing my material. Cool? Great. So we are controlling scope, time, and cost. I have told what is the time, so we don't need to repeat ourselves, right? Are you going to have a completion of a certificate of completion after this class? Definitely the answer is yes. You will earn a certificate by attending all the classes, participating in all the classes, and passing your exam. Before definitely applying for the exam, our agents will be contacting you to give you the certificate. And please do whatever is mentioned here, that you will be attending all the classes, participating, and please preparing for your exam. Are we cool? Great. This is a mistaken, by the way. Yes, you will. Okay. Great. Those are the things that you have to do to get the certificate. Those are some frequently asked questions. You can get back to them, guys. But those are only about the class. This is what I want to reach to. So let's get the job done. We need to know what is waiting for us, right? So how many questions you're going to solve in the exam? 180 questions, 180 questions. She's smiling here, Mr. Stewart. Huh? She's shocked now. I'm getting back home. I'm not going to continue with you guys. I'm sorry, I said I will apply for the exam. I'm not applying anymore.
400, right?
Yeah, but now it's 180. So it's only 180 question, guys. And you have 230 minutes. How long is the 230 minutes? 10 minutes to 4 hours, right? Almost 4 hours, right? So it's easy. Only 4 hours and 180 questions. Okay. I wanted you to see the facial expressions here, Stuart. Cool. Guys, it's very easy. Don't worry. It's just a matter of training yourself to sit for 4 hours. This is the only challenge. The remaining is easy. All of this will happen. Yeah, don't worry. You will have 2 breaks in the 4 hours, which is very nice, right? You'll have 2 10 minutes break. And those are valuable.
It's an online exam or it's
Now I'll be telling you. Don't worry. So, please take the 2 minutes break. Okay, don't think that you can continue without having those breaks. Right? So, we will be trying our best to mute yourselves, please. I'll mute you.
we understand.
Great, don't worry. I have a mute button which I can use. Don't worry. Cool, guys. So, the 2 10 minutes break will happen after the first 60 questions. You will be offered the break. Don't think that I am done with the 60 questions and I still feel fresh, so I'll be going. I need to finish and go back to my family. Forget about your family today, please. You will go for the break because you have to disconnect from the questions. If you continue or keep going answering, this will be a big challenge. You will be broken at some point. You will not be able to solve 120 questions in order. You have to have the break. But you need to keep in mind, guys, if you are asked or offered the break, they will be telling you that you will not be able to get back to the previous 60 questions. So if you want to review them now.
Again, please.
You cannot get back to the previous questions after going to the break. يعني now after getting back from the break, you'll have 120 questions. خلاص. The previous ones are submitted.
So these 10 minutes each, are they subtracted from the 230 minutes?
No,
or they're
no,
extra?
no. Those are extra.
So the time will be paused.
Automatic of what?
I mean 60 questions and then 10 minutes and then 60
Yeah, but
questions.
you can say no, but you don't say no.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But
She means
I mean, you
you
cannot-
cannot postpone now. You
No,
have
no,
to
Exactly.
choose
no, no.
now.
If you just say no, it's a no. You will have another 10 minutes question after 60
60
questions.
2 other
questions.
hours.
Cool?
After 60 questions, they will give you the opportunity to recheck the
No,
answers.
no, no, no.
Just take it.
If you get 60 questions,
Yeah,
break, review before the break.
yeah. They tell you
Go
can
to break.
review.
Yeah, they tell you to review. If you want to review, review. I'll come to the revision part now. But if you go to the break, that means those 60 questions are submitted. You will never get back to them. You'll go to the next 60 questions after the break, then 10 minutes break. If you want to review from 61 to 120. Cool? Break, that means no getting back to those questions. You will answer from 121 to 160. Cool? Now, if you go to the break, you can leave the area, can make calls, you can do whatever you want, get out, go to the washroom, do whatever you want. 9:59, you should be in the range of the camera if you are doing that at home, and I will be telling you the process. Or if you're doing not inside a certification center. Cool? So please don't miss that. Once it's 10 minutes, you are not in the view of the camera, they will be calling you. If you don't respond, you're dropped. You are failed. Cool? Great. It can be done either at home or office, or what we mean by that, either in a training certification center or wherever you want online. Cool? It's your call. For me, because I don't have kids, I prefer doing that either at home or in the office because I have the upper hand on the IT. I can give permissions to the exam system. If you want to do it, please do it on your personal computer. And if you can have a space like that one inside, small space or whatever room, empty, nobody can access you for 4 hours, so do it please. Otherwise, do it in a certification center. If you have good, reliable internet connection, go for it. A camera and a microphone, that's all what you need. Space, quiet space, clean, without anything in your hand reach, mobile phones, tissues, papers, whatever, no. Just a clean table, one computer, a camera, built-in microphone. If you want a mouse, it's okay, and that's all. You don't need a paper, you don't need a pen, you don't need anything, you just need your laptop. Stay in a good manner with the camera, the normal position that you would love to sit. Don't get way much closer to the camera, they will ask you to get back. Don't get much far, they will be asking you to sit fairly within the camera view. You're not allowed to speak, you're not allowed to read the question loudly, nobody's allowed to come to you and to talk to you during the exam. The only single phrase that you're allowed to say that, sorry, please leave the room, I'm writing a PMP exam. Cool? It's strict, but they want to make sure that you are not cheating in your exam. There will be 5 questions are not counted for the exam. They will not count for your grade. Nobody knows which 5 questions are. How they think about it. The 5 questions that everybody got wrong, that means those are very difficult, and you will not count them for your grade. They are beautiful hearts, right? They are kind people. But on the other side, the 5 questions who everybody got correct, that means those are very easy. We should not be asking this. They will be also removed. So there is a 5 questions they will be removing from, and you will be evaluated on the 175 questions, and there is no wrong and correct answer. And usually it's not correct and incorrect answers. It's about near the best practice. This is the best practice, far from the best practice, fairly on the best practice. They usually evaluate it this way, but at the end of the day, there are some questions which is clearly with that very wrong answer, and you're selecting that, it's wrong. It's way much far from whatever, not only the PMP, okay? And each question is ranked on 3 grading system ranking, each task, and each task will have more than 1 question. So each task will be ranked on 3 items, either low, which is far from practice, medium, which is fairly on practice, high, which is best practice. So you need to try to target that best practice. The result is either failing the exam or passing the exam, and that will be with this report. You will have two areas, either failing, I will use annotation now is better, either failing, which this is a report, this is my report by the way, okay guys, so this is failing and this is passing. They will be telling you where are you. This area is way much good and you are close to complete the exam. I want you to be here in this area, okay, because I have done this exam without studying, without preparing. I just went for the exam because I had to do the certificate for something, so I went for the exam. You can do it. You have experience more than me and you are in the class and you will have a good course, so you can do it. As long as I have done that, you can do it easily. Correct? Or do you think that I'm better than you? Not better than you, right? All of us have brains, all of us have two hands, two eyes, one mouth. I don't have two mouths, right? So it's easy. You can do it, guys. Great. And you will have either above target or on target. Those both are passing. I want you here, please. Don't miss this color. This is very, very nice, beautiful, dark green color. How come you want this light yellow color? It's not nice. In failing, we don't care for that, but I have to tell you that you will have either below target, will not even match the target of being a PMP, or needs improvement. Shame on me if you needs improvement. Cool? So please don't let me feel that regret that I could not help you to go for that area. Please be on the second right part.
So this result is right after the exam we will get to know, or we have to
Yes,
wait?
a maximum of 1 day.
Oh.
Yes, you will get it very fast, don't worry. And even if they did not give you within 1 day, usually they take up to 3 days. But the maximum of my students are taking within the very next day.
So they
Cool?
will email it to us.
Or you will access your dashboard as a member or the PMI, you will find it.
We will not be a member.
Sorry?
We will not be a member if we apply just for the exam.
It's better to be with a member. Now I'll be telling you why, don't worry. I have all of those information. Are we cool?
And what is the percentage for the passing?
Answering all the questions. Answering all the questions. You will never get a number for passing from my side. I will never tell you that you will need whatever. And for me, and for my exams, which are not the PMI, I'm giving other courses. I'm giving some architecture courses and some BIM management courses, some Revit courses, and whatsoever. I'm asking my students to get more than 85% to pass my certificate. So please try to align to that number so you will be getting above target. The passing rate will not get you here. Cool? So please don't think about the passing rate. Think that you have to be the best. Cool?
So I'm making the beam training here as well in the same center?
No, it's separate. I'm doing it myself. Yes. Great. So those are the ranking for the... Yes, please. Do you have any question?
I was just asking, like, what are the marks which is allotted for, like, target?
No, there is no
So
marks.
yeah,
There
so
is no
please,
marks, please. There is no marks.
like minimum passing marks or
No.
to
We
get
were
passed,
just
or
mentioning that I'm not targeting that minimum passing grade. All of you are passing, okay? This is not negotiable. I want you to be here. So you need to get the maximum possible, the maximum grade possible. Therefore, I'm not telling my students what is the passing grade. It will never happen. Cool? You can pick it from the internet, but from my side, I don't recommend. I want you to get the best grades possible. Cool? Great. So we can move forward. Asking for the certification center or examination center. I think you can visit New Horizons on Salwa Road. And there is another one I'll ask about the name. I'm not sure what's the name of that one. But there is a New Horizons because I know that training center, that certification center.
What's the name there?
New Horizon. Cool. So let's move forward.
What is the cost of the?
Don't worry, now I'll be telling you. All is here. This is one part of the report. The exam is divided into 3 domains: people, processes, business environment. You need to get either on target or above target on the 3 parts. Nobody will tell you that this question is on the process domain. It's randomly distributed, and you need to get either on target or above target in all of them. As long as somebody has got above target in all of them, definitely you can do it. So don't worry, it's inshallah easy. And this is the exam report. Okay, this will be telling you that for the people domain you had 13 tasks, for the process domain you had 16 tasks, and for the business environment domain you had 3 or 4 tasks. It will be divided into low, medium, and high. The more you get towards high, the more you get towards above target. This is the report of having above target in all of the domains. So you try to push them towards that. I had, those are for example 13. I had 9 with a high ranking, 2 with a medium ranking, and 2 I was very far from the practice. Maybe it depends on my experience. That's what I told you. Maybe you are doing something in your organizations which is not aligned with the mindset of the PMP. Cool. And this report will show you how things are distributed. So you'll get a similar one inshallah by the end of your course. The new PMP exam, 180 questions to 30 minutes to 10 minutes break, and will be giving you some type of questions. Now I'll be discussing that. You will have a multiple choice where you have a question, have 1, 2, 3, 4. You will select 1. You will have a multi-response, and you'll have this question. It will ask you maybe select 2 or select 3 or select 4, depends on how many items they want, and the answers will be with rectangles. Okay, so you want to make sure that you select the same number that they are asked for. Then you go to the next question. If you go to the next question without selecting the desired number, an alert might show that you need to complete the answer. Cool? But you will be able to read it. You will read it. Choose to. It will be in bold. It will be clear.
It's good to precise and specify
Yeah,
the
definitely.
number of choices.
Yeah, definitely they have to choose. To tell you. Matching. It's a good, by the way, type of questions where there is no part to be lucky or to have a good chance. Either you know it or you don't know it. Why? This type of questions, the multi-response and the matching, if they are asking you to select 3, what the odds that you will get 3 correct by chance? Yeah, it's impossible. But getting 1 correct by chance, it might be good, right? And having a multi or a matching question, they will be giving you, let's say, 5 words. Like for example, the team building model. They will be telling you that this one, for example, forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. They will be giving you those 5. Be giving here descriptions and an empty blank brackets. Description and blank area. Description and blank area, and so on. They'll be asking you to click, hold, and drag the item to the corresponding description. So if you don't know, it's almost impossible to get this in order correct. 5 or 6 items. You will be the most lucky guy worldwide. And I will be lucky to have you in my class. So please make sure that you understand and digest the whole material in order to be able to answer all the questions easily. And you will have a hotspot questions. What does that mean? We will have to mention that we will have, for example, some control charts. This is an X and Y axis. This is an upper limit, and this is a lower limit, and the continuous line is the median or the average. This is the plant, okay? And this is the maximum limit that you can reach, and this is the lowest limit you can reach. If you go upper, that means there is something wrong. This is the control chart. They might be telling you that, for example, this is a chart that is representing the number of calls that your team can handle in a certain project. And the control graph on the side shows the current situation. Please click on the area that shows that you have to take an action as a project manager. So for example, they will be telling you that this is the reality, okay? and will ask you to click on the area that you have to solve. Which area you have to click on? The one above the upper limit. If they go here, for example, down, okay, this area. If they go, but if we did not go, أيوة, you need to take care of that. Cool. So this is a hotspot. Okay, again, clear. And you will have some fill in blank. They will give you a description. They will keep a blank area. You will continue. They will be telling you to select one of the answers. So it's a little bit like the multiple choice. For example, as a project manager building your team in blank phase, you will be allocating people in order to start building your team. Is it forming, performing, adjourning, or storming? You need to select among those answers. Cool? Those are the types of questions. So, you are done with the first hour of your class. You are eligible for a 5 minutes break. Do you wish to take the break or you can continue? This is the wrong answer. Go for the break, okay? A break of 10 minutes, please.
I said this, but we prefer to.
So 5 minutes, please, huh? Let's continue. Please confirm that you are here.
I'm here.
Great,
I'm
great,
here.
great,
We are here.
great, perfect, perfect, perfect. Very good. Let's go ahead, guys. I'm sharing the screen again, recording again, and we have done with what types of questions we expect to have in our PMP exam, correct? Great. If you're taking the exam at your home or your office, which we name online, sorry, despite the fact that both are online, either in training center or at home or in your office or whatever, both are online. But when we say online, we mean you are taking it in your own space. You need a computer, definitely, a webcam, which is better to go with a desktop or with a laptop.
Which is better.
Which is better, yes. Laptop is better. And I do highly recommend that you go with a built-in camera and a built-in microphone, because you are not allowed to inject anything in the computer and the, let's say, the inputs of the voice or whatever. You're not allowed. So make sure that you have a laptop with a built-in microphone, built-in camera. And of my laptop does not have a built-in camera. So it was allowed to have it.
No, sir.
It is allowed. It is allowed to have it. It's not allowed to have an injection in the microphone. My camera has a built-in microphone and the laptop has a built-in microphone. I have done my exam on a desktop computer. I didn't know that I have a microphone in my camera. They was injecting a microphone in the PC. They asked me to remove it. Then they talked to me. I cannot talk to them. I don't have a microphone. Then I came to notice that my camera has a microphone, so I could talk to them. So you make sure that you have those before you do the exam, okay? And reliable internet connection, quiet space, no interruptions, clear disk, and you will show the space. And if you are doing it at your home, your bedroom, your office room, or whatever, make sure that if you have personal things, not to keep them, for example, on the bed, because they will not see behind the computer. At the beginning of the application, they will ask you to install a certain application on the mobile phone and to scan a QR code, upload 4 pictures of the 4 corners, so showing the space that it is only for your exam, nobody's there. And they will ask you, once you access, to catch the camera and to show them the space. Okay, so they will see that yes, you have nothing in hand, you cannot cheat, and all is okay. Then you will be sitting in front of the camera. Is it clear? Great. So make sure if you have any personal belongings, to hide them all. If you have anything on the desk, to put it anywhere not in your hand reach. Your mobile phones should not be in your hand reach, but in a next table, for example. So if they call you, you can answer. They are the only entity that you can answer if they ring your phone. In the exam, You can move forward, backward, and getting to the questions. You can mark questions for later review, but not later than having the break. Okay, just to keep in mind. Blank answers will be considered wrong and void. On the question 60, you will be offered the 10 minutes break. On the question 120, you will be offered another break. Make sure you have the breaks, so you disconnect, you refresh, you come back. You must review all the questions before you take the break. And for me, please don't review any question. Trust your knowledge, use your knowledge, don't review. If you think or you doubt your question 100%, get back to that question. Just review if there is a question that you did not answer. Go back and answer it. If you answered, don't change your answers. Unless you're 100% sure that you need to change that. Cool? You cannot go back to the questions you answered before the break if you go for the break. And make sure that you go back before the 10 minutes are done. You have to be within the camera view during the whole course of the exam except the 10 minutes break. And you must be within the camera, I have said it. If you are out of the camera view, you will be called. If you don't answer, you will be dropped. And during your break, you can go wherever you want, washroom, calls, whatever, do whatever you want. And mobile and personal belongings are not allowed. You have to dress well for the exam, and you are not allowed to have food, but you are allowed to have beverage, and not alcoholic beverage, and you are not allowed to smoke. Cool?
Even smoking?
Yeah, it's only the coffee and water, maybe soft drinks, it's okay. The exam will be recorded, so you make sure that you are.
Even in your own home, you cannot smoke.
Yeah, it's the policy for the exam. Yeah, definitely, because they are recording and they might be using for some media and whatever. So make sure that you look good and don't go
Have the
with.
break.
Sorry.
No, because we have the break after.
Yeah, and because you are in the camera view.
Exactly, yeah.
Cool. First domain is people domain. You will have 42 of your exam on people domain, so you will have 75 to 80 questions, correct? And those are the tasks will be asked about the people domain. 14 tasks. Those are the ones you will read them. I will not read them. You can get back to the video, just pause it. You can read them all. The other part is the processes. 50% of your exam, 90 to 100 questions, and those are the tasks, 17 tasks you will be asked about. You can get back to them, guys, and we will cover them all in the class, definitely. So you will be understanding how things are going. And for the business domain, it's 8% of your exam and 13 to 15 questions, the minimal chapter. But please don't think that's only 8%. If I don't cover the 8%, I'll get 92. So I'll be passing even if I have 0% of business domain. It's wrong. Sometimes if you get below target or needs improvement for this domain, you will be failing the exam, even if you're above target with two others. So please make sure you gain or you focus on all the areas. By the way, you will not be able to specify how to not focus on business domain. I'll make you focus on all of them. But this is just a highlight that you need to focus on all of the performance domains. Cool? Great. Those are the 4 tasks you will have to take care of for your exam. We'll ask some questions, 13 to 15 questions, and this is all about how many questions on which areas. The lady question. This is the most important. I don't care for all whatever you have said. How much does this cost me? You will have two components, either a membership or non-member application. If you're not a member, you will be getting the exam for $555. If you are a member, you have to pay a maximum of $150 for the membership. It might be sometimes 129, sometimes you'll find it 120, 139. If you are currently studying at any of the organizations, you can get a good discount. Sometimes people are sharing codes for discount, so you might be getting it lower than that. The exam for members is $405. So both together will equal this one. Which is better? Despite the fact, what are the benefits? Being a member or not being a member?
Not being a member.
Being a member.
So I recommend all of my students to go for the membership. It's good. You will have some benefits like maybe access to lectures, some maybe the digital books for the agile. You will have some good benefits. And you will be able
To renew.
using PDUs. PDUs are personal development units. You will not be either doing the exam again or paying for the exam again. You'll just collect a 60 personal development units through 3 years, which is very easy. Either by getting any other PMI course or by watching any online video related to project management, self-development, working as a project management, giving courses like what I'm doing right now. So you have many ways to gain PDUs. So from my perspective, I believe it's better to go with the membership. All my students usually are going with the membership. If you want, go for it. If not, if you feel comfortable being not a member, I don't mind. It's
The
your call.
membership is a yearly fees or it's
Yes, annual, but you can يعني pause it يعني بس keep it. يعني it's a $120 a year.
okay, so it's yearly
Yes.
fees.
And you will be invited to some chapters, some whatever, so it might be good. If you think that you want to have it, have it. If you don't think you want to have it, it's okay. No worries.
So for membership, it's $20. Did you say?
$120.
$120.
$129, I think the lowest I have ever heard, and $150 is the maximum.
So if we get that membership, we just have to pay $150 for the exam.
No.
No.
Full of
If you are doing the membership, the 150 is for the membership fees.
Okay.
The maximum fees. The fees is different per location, region, and time of the year when you apply. So when you open, you will know. It ranges from 129 to 150. If you are a student in a certain university or something, you will get some discounts. Cool? The exam is fixed for members, $405. You have to pay this amount. If you are not a member, you will just pay $555. So being a member plus the exam sometimes is less than being not member and applying for the exam. Cool? So decide. If you decide to be a member, please do it as soon as possible. You will get a card of membership. Share it on the group, please. So we'll be motivating each other. Okay? So if you are planning for the exam, show me that you are planning for the exam. Show me that card. Cool? Great.
last 3 years.
Yeah. The exam and the certification is for 3 years. Great. Sometimes after applying for the exam, you might not be approved for the exam. My students are usually approved. I had only one rejected and one audited. Rejected, maybe you did not write any experience in the PMP or in project management or leading projects, so you did not write it well. And I believe that lady did not attend the last class. In the last class, I am showing you one of the approved applications. So if you write it in the same structure, you will be approved automatically. The other part is audited. And if you're rejected, it's okay, you can apply again. And audited, you will just be proofing what you have mentioned in your application and you will be approved. So they will be asking you for the certificate of the class, they will be asking you for your academic degree certificate, and they will be asking you for an experience letter. If you get the three, thank you, you are approved. It's business at the end of the day, it's project management, and they want people to get the PMP, but they want to filter all of the project managers to make sure that those guys are real experienced guys. So please make sure that you are honest in the application and you will be doing well. So that's all about audit. I'll be crossing those. I have already mentioned that. This is audit process from the PMI. It's because we will not be audited, because we will be following the instructions. I will not cover this. We don't need this. Okay. This is the process roadmap. And if you're asking how to avoid auditing, there is no way of avoiding auditing. It's just a random check. It depends on how lucky you are. If you are selected to be audited, I cannot say anything. But if you mostly will not be audited, inshallah. How to pass your exam? What do you think? Tell me, guys, how do you plan to pass your exam?
Stick to what you're saying in your course.
This guy is a clever guy. Wallahi, you are perfect. I'll get you a chocolate next time, inshallah. Stick to what I'm telling you, guys. You will be easily, inshallah, passing your exam, but you need to have a plan, definitely. So create a plan. We'll create together, finishing the class. In parallel, we'll be reviewing the material. We'll be applying for the membership. Be booking the exam by the end of the class. I'll allow myself 1 month only, and I'll be studying and I'll be passing the exam. So create a plan, make milestones, dates, create deliverables for each milestone, and achieve it incrementally and iteratively by progressing, inshallah, with us in the class, and then easily pass and clear the PMP exam. You have already enrolled, so you have done the first step. What is the next step? Applying for the PMI, right? If you want to be a member, or
Right.
starting thinking about the application if you don't want to be a member. The next is to attend all the classes and then to start the application. So consider that you are applying for the exam, guys. They will be asking you for a 3 years experience. Next time, please get me a 3 years experience description that you will be using for your exam application. It's a homework for everybody, please. Okay? A description of a 3 years experience. 1 project, 2 projects, consider it what you want. Okay? I will be asking you, what is the project? What's the project description? What's your responsibilities in the project? If you want to make any description, make it. It's just free of rules now. I'll be checking and I'll be seeing how you are writing your experience. Cool? Online guys, please confirm.
Confirmed.
Great.
Confirm.
The contents
Yes, that's
that
fine.
the PMI had mentioned to follow. Those are 5 lessons. The first one, if you have any project, what you're going to do. I want to build a team who will be doing the project. So the first lesson is creating a high performing team. You had the team. What are you going to do? Chilling out? No. We will be starting the work. After starting to work, what are you going to do? We are doing the work. While doing the work, what you're trying to measure, I'm trying to keep my team on track in time perspective, cost perspective, and scope perspective. And after finishing and during the work, you will be keeping the business in mind to grow and to get more projects. So it's huge logical material. This is what's happening in reality. You are building a team to complete the work. You are deciding what is the work and you are organizing how this will happen. You are doing and applying what you have organized here. And while doing that, you are making sure that you are submitting on time and you are spending what you have planned to spend, not more, maybe not less. And you are trying to think on how to get better chances and better opportunities in the future, either projects or whatever else, artifacts or whatever, right? So those are all the materials. And after that, we will start with the real PMP content by the next class. This is an introduction to understand and to expect what you are doing here, what to expect from the exam, what are the analytics and the statistics of the exam and how it looks and what you need to prepare. Now we are open to questions. Any questions?
What about the exam on the center?
You just book it on the center when you do your application and you head to the center on the time.
I mean, is it easier than the online? Is it
Same exam.
No, I mean not the talking about
The environment?
Yeah.
So, by the way, at the center you'll have more than 1 person applying for the exam at the same time. So it might be noisy, might be calm, nobody knows. But from the exam perspective, it's the same criteria. You have to sit, you have 2 breaks, and so on. But for me, I prefer doing it in my own space. For Mr. Qais prefers in a certification center. So you pick what suits you.
For the same reasons we have.
Yeah.
You have kids?
Yes.
Happy you. So enjoy it in the training center or in the certification.
And in case of technical problem, I don't know, the laptop and internet.
For this case, we prefer to go with the certification center.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah. And for me, I'm experienced in those things. So all my exams I'm doing online. in the same desk at the same room.
Is there a range of time for the exam?
What range of time you mean?
I mean, from 8 to
Yeah.
12, for example.
La, you can pick any slot. This is the online, the one that you will do at your space. At the evening, midnight, dawn time, morning,
So
you are
there is
free.
no like slots.
There are slots. You will select one of the
Select one
slots.
slot.
Yeah. And for the training center depends on their timings and their availability. You need to contact them.
So for next class, like you told us to bring experience for free, so you will help us register, or we will start the content.
I will just see how you will write your experience. That's all. This if you are applying, make it real and make it like if I will tell you if it's approved or rejected.
How I will apply the membership?
PMI.org and like you are doing a Facebook. It's very easy.
So first membership,
Yeah.
we need to apply for membership.
If you want, because you have two options, either applying as a member or applying as non-member.
Okay.
But it's better to have a membership because you'll have some extra benefits. Yeah.
You have to
For applying,
Sorry?
sorry, yeah, for applying for just membership first, you can just go to the website, or is there a specific link for Qatar?
It's only the website. You can go to the website. I'll
Just
open
go
it.
PMI.org.
Yes, PMI.org. Okay. This is the website. You will, if you don't have an account, you will just make an account like Facebook or whatever. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
After doing that, you will have a button like applying for a membership. That's all.
Okay.
After applying for the membership, you will have that certificate of being a member for the PMI. You'll have a card with a membership number. Later, when you want to apply, you will log in using your email and password that you have done, and you will be booking the exam from inside that account.
So each year we need to pay
Uh,
for the
Yeah.
membership.
Sorry, yes, Mustafa?
yes, yes. I just checked now the membership. It is 129.
Yeah, it's 129 today. Maybe if you change the region, and for example, I think Egypt and India will get less prices. So that's from experience. So try to put it in India if you're Indian. Yeah, yes, I don't know in Jordan. Maybe if Jordan I apply in Jordan, it will be less also. But I did apply from Qatar. So try to do it and check which price is better for you and go for it. What else? Any questions?
Is there any?
Sorry, again.
Just from where we can download this recorded session.
I did not upload it yet. Once I upload it, I will send you a link and the password. You will watch it on the platform.
Okay. Is there any price difference if we have to go for the examination center or
No.
do it from our home, from our laptop?
No, it should be the same.
Do we have to pay extra?
No.
Okay.
It should be the same, unless the certification
Should be.
center will try to get extra costs, but it should be the same.
Okay. You didn't pay anything separately, I guess, when you had your exam.
No.
Okay.
The question?
Understand.
Somebody asked something?
Experience certificate is one prepared or self-prepared or company?
When you audited,
My experience certificate.
when you are audited, you will ask for the experience certificate only. When you are audited, if you apply for the exam and the status is you have to be audited. If you are approved, خلاص, you don't need an experience certificate. But if you are audited, they will ask you for an official transcript from the university or certificate from the university and official experience letter from your company with reference numbers to call, plus the certificate from our training center. You will be sealing them and sending them physically to the PMI. It's not an online upload. So make sure that you write a correct information and use the most current 3 years or 5 years of experience. Because if you write, for example, I have an experience in 1987, and you're audited, how you will get the numbers and the experience letter? It's not possible. So make it the recent ones. Cool? Else?
The description for the 3 years experience. Any template is there, sir, to making this 3 year experience?
No templates. But I want to check how you will be writing. By the end of our course, I'll be telling you or showing you one of the approved applications, and you will be following for your experience. But for next time, you will be writing. Feel free. There is no limitations, no constraints, but don't bring me a book of experience. Huh?
Just in one page.
One page maximum. Okay? Cool?
So to describe 3 years of experience, this is the required 3 years or
Yeah. Required 3 years, yes.
the minimum?
لا, it's the maximum required for the PMP. Even if you have 20 years of experience, when you are writing the experience, there is a counter for you will be specifying, for example, from 21 to 24. This is 3 years. خلاص, it's disabled. It's one project. But if you, for example, say from 19 to 20, you will still have 2 years to fill. 20 to 21, you will still have 1 year to fill. 21 to 22, so you mentioned the 3 projects. So it depends on how you will be writing, but the maximum that you can select on the dashboard while applying for the PMI is 3 years of experience. And you'll be mentioning months, not years. So it's 36 months. What you cover is 36 months. خلاص, thank you.
For another category, 60 months. Huh?
Yes, for your category, 60 months.
And the auditing, is it by lab? I mean, randomly or?
Randomly, yes. And throughout all the courses that I have given, I had one audited lady and it was fine. والله على حسب حظك.
حسب حظك. If you got audited, it means you were not lucky.
أو يمكن she's lucky. The only one out of 1 million was audited.
Yeah, she's special.
Cool. So online guys, any question?
Yes, Jasser,
Yes,
I
please.
need to know exactly how we're gonna study for this exam. After finishing the session, we have to watch it one more time, as you said before.
Yes.
Will give us some material. We
Some
have
material,
to study.
good.
That's it, or is there is some extra effort we need to do?
You will have also some mock-up exams you will have to answer. So you'll have the recording. For the material, the slides, everybody has completed full payment. You will be receiving the slides from the PMI. So if you still have payment or pending payments, please clear all the payments. If you are paying an installment, you will wait until the very last installment, then they will be giving you the material. So for the slides,
What do you mean by material? It's a presentation or something else?
slideshows and access to the study room that we will have. Once you get the access, for example, let's say that the people here inside the room has paid fully. So, and the online guys has not paid fully, or this half has paid fully and you're still having some installment. Those guys will have a link from the PMI. They will be accessing the link with an access key. I have my own room and locker virtually, yani, and the classroom virtually, and you will be having an access to my room. Once you access to my room, you will have the slideshows, you will have short mock-ups, 2 mock-ups I think, and you will have also something we name project manager checklist. It will be giving you all of this material and plus some PDFs. So it's good for you to have all of those material, and you have to have them as long as you have enrolled for an authorized training center platform. So please, if you are paying in installments, make sure to clear them as soon as possible. If you can pay fully now, just pay fully now. If you want to wait, you will get the material once you complete your payments. Cool?
So we're gonna get this PPT.
No, not this. You'll have students version. This is instructor versions. I'm not allowed even to share them.
So what about like when we registered, they give us this book, and they said rest of the material will be given by the instructor. So is that what you're referring
Yes,
to?
you finished all, you cleared all your payments. You will get
Yes.
this by email. Don't worry. This
So-
material, they mean the recording by me,
Yeah.
and the mock-ups. I'll giving you 2 free mock-ups, so you'll have those 2, and you will have the PMI material. The PMI material is not mine, not theirs. It's the PMI, but you have to get it because you have already enrolled in an authorized course. Cool?
So we will get it. It's included in the payment. We don't have to pay.
No, you will not pay, definitely.
We will receive it through mail or through WhatsApp.
You will receive a link on your email, but I will be sharing with you a Google form. This Google form, you will be filling all of your information. Make sure that it is correct information, because we'll use all of this information either to contact you by email or WhatsApp or mobile or using your name on the PMI. So please make sure that you fill it correctly. I'll be sharing with them. They will be accessing the PMI and putting, they will be intersecting. They will have an Excel sheet for who paid fully. From what I provide, who paid fully will be receiving all the material. And you are not paying anything extra. Okay?
Because I asked them, you said only WhatsApp. WhatsApp, they receive it through WhatsApp. I tried to give them the mail, they said no.
I will get that. Don't worry. I will cover that. Don't worry. Sometimes because they are marketing for too many courses, they miss two courses together. So don't worry, you'll get everything from my side. Cool? Any other questions?
Just for the last slide,
Yeah.
for the 5 lessons.
Yes.
The technical term of these lessons, like a normal knowledge areas or
No. You will have everything embedded.
What are these 5 lessons?
There is no specific. Yani, for example, inside the starting a project, you will have planning and managing scope. You will have planning and managing schedule, planning and managing cost, and so on. So there is no technical one single vocab related to the lesson title.
So this is the methodology of how you.
Yeah, let's say the methodology or the steps of performing the work. This is what you do as a project manager, and inside each of those titles you will have embedded processes and embedded concepts, embedded equations, and whatsoever.
I'm trying to make analogies between, because sometimes we experience and we do many things, but we don't know the technical term.
You will know all of them once we dive in, don't worry. But today we are just stretching, or just like BMP.
Do we need to prepare for the next class by referring to some content or anything, or it's okay?
Just
Yes. That's the homework, and watching the platform video once I share it with you.
Okay.
Cool. More questions? Online guys?
Just one. Is I presume this course is about what, 10 weeks, something like that, 9-10 weeks.
Sorry, because the voice is coming from behind, I cannot hear you. Again, please.
Yeah. Sorry. The length of this course is about 9 or 10 weeks. Yes. If I understand
10
correctly.
weeks
2
almost.
sessions, 2 hours.
It's 2
Yeah, 10
hours,
weeks.
so it will be 18 class. 18 class, you are taking 2 a week, so it's 9 to 10 weeks. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's 9 to 10 weeks. Great.
What if I'm not doing 3 hours?
Yes, or three classes.
3 classes, my schedule is full, to be honest. But 3 hours, I promise you, you'll have some 3 hours, don't worry. Sometimes I will be telling you that we are staying more, guys. Grab your coffee, we are sitting. Yeah, it's better, definitely. But usually I just pause once I see like sleeping faces.
Yes, because
Yeah.
3 hours.
Yeah.
Yes, don't worry. I can pick it directly. Once you're sleeping, I'll stop. Don't worry. Mr. Yasin, are you asking?
The next class is going to be on Monday, I guess, right?
Yes, Saturday we have no class. Okay? Great. Mr. Yasin, you're raising hand. If you are saying anything, please unmute yourself. We cannot hear you. Cool. So we are done, guys. See you on Monday. Take care.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Happy New Year. Merry Christmas.
Happy birthday.
And thank you. Thank you so much. Take care, guys.
Thank you, Mr. Yasser. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
See
very
you.
much. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Good night, Mr. Jasper.
Thank you. Good night. Bye bye.